Right, my name is Ebanks. I've been studying martial arts for about 3.5 years now. I started underneath Coach Philip Moonsam in his garage, actually. I went to him, I sought him out, knew that he was there because I had a situation in my life where I was attacked by a group of young men, should I say, and one of them hit me with a knuckle duster, and although the punches didn't hurt, the knuckle duster did, and it broke my eye socket, and could have damaged me, but thankfully I've been healed. So obviously I tried to learn how to defend myself. Defending myself, it's very simple. In that situation, if I knew how to just lift up my hands and block my face, I would have been spared the ordeal of an operation, CT scans, physiotherapy, can't see in the dark. My long-range vision is different now. So I think martial arts doesn't necessarily have to be about fighting, just simple things of how to block, how to look after yourself. And obviously, since I've started doing martial arts, I've learned how to look after myself a lot better. And I thank God some of the skills that I've learned, it's unfortunate I've had to use some of them, but they've come in handy. I've been in situations where someone's actually taken a knife and tried to cut me with it. But with the skills that I've learned through Philip, I've actually been able to stop this person from harming me and actually give them a thought, thinking, well, they've got the knife and they're scared of me. Just little skills that can actually make a difference between living and dying, getting hurt and not getting hurt at all. With regards to how I deal with people, for example at work, you got a lot of sometimes hostile people come in and they start to intimidate the ladies behind the counter. So what I do, or what a trick my manager taught me, was don't go to the counter, stand next to the person who's being aggressive. And because obviously they think, because you work here you have to take abuse, but when you stand next to them, you can size them up as a man. They kind of feel a bit intimidated, so just by your presence alone and the way you stand, chest out, head up, you're ready. You look ready, you feel ready, and you sound ready. So you command them, say, how can I help? You look at them directly. You don't look away. That martial arts teaches you look a man in the eye so you can see his next move, whereas some people might look down, I'll look a man in the eye and say, how can I help? And if they're aggressive, then they have to back up there and talk with some action. And majority of the time you find most people don't have the action. It's because you're wearing a shirt, they think that you have to take the abuse. But when you show them, and obviously you don't have to use physical violence, you can just use your words, the power of martial arts, the inward power. If you express it properly, through the way you breathe and through the way you command people, it turns out most of the situations get resolved and they walk away. And if they humble themselves as well, because most of the time it's all talk and no action. If I don't talk, but if it comes to action, I can use my action as well. But God will I train so I don't have to fight. I don't want to fight, I'm a passive person by nature. Martial arts has given me the confidence to know that if I was in a situation, I could probably deal with it more than likely. For example, like the knife incident, the guy pulled the knife out of my pocket furthermore. When I was at work in another store, he pulled the knife out of my pocket and tried to cut me with it. But my instinct was to kick the knife, and the guy thought twice about it. In the end, martial arts, Phil will teach you, you have a 40% chance of defending yourself with the technique, but 40% is better than zero. So martial arts, it helps you deal with situations, especially hostile people, in a positive way. Where I see myself in the future, God willing, 10 years time, 20 years time, or for as long as I'm alive, I'll be practicing martial arts.